Collier, Barry, Collier, lads, come listen unto me. You ken how we are so oppressed by Mister's tyranny. For improvement of your minds, the leisure time is found, and our children are neglected while we're working underground. Coalmeisters are tyrannical, own that they must confess. They overtax their workers and dare them so oppress. Nay, their occupations so dangerous can be found. We cannot see your lives rolled by working underground. The sailor he ploughs the main and perils he wins through, but he sees the danger coming which your collier cannot do. Where falling roofs and fire damp the records can be found, how hundreds yearly lost their lives while working underground. In the bowels of the earth your livelihood we gain. Your wives and little families we toil for time and ten. With our shillings a day some people say we'll never lack a pound, but colliers cannot work your ken full time beneath the ground. Now most trades and callings wherever met we go have gained a short time movement, you very well do know. And why should we pure colliers behind the rest be found? We hinky tutors is quite enough to work beneath the ground. Dalran, Kilburney, Johnston, Kilmarnock and Ayr, Glasgow, Coalbridge, Airdrie and the whole of Lanarkshire, Falkirk, Fife and Alloa and the Lothian men all say that colliers should like killing men but work 8 years a day. Some useful books we will procure fit to improve your mind, or helpful recreation a man who fills will find. The leisure we have to spare will no be thrown away, and we'll pray for brave MacDonald that we get 8 years a day. When Bruce has often led, welcome to your glory bed, or to victory. Now's the day and now's the hour, see the front of battle hour, see approach proud Edward's power, chains and slavery. As be a slave, let him turn and flee. Wapa Scotland's king and law, freedom sword will strongly draw. Freeman stand or freeman fall, let him follow me. By oppression's woes and pains, by your sons and servile chains, we will drain your dearest pains, but they shall be free. Lay the proud usurpers low, tyrants fall in every foe, liberties in every blow. Let us do or die. There were 50 crates again, this iron a barrel of heavy beer, a box of mutton riders that will turn your stomach queer. We hired an Alexander's bus and went upon a spree, for the Barhead Social Club it had a day beside the sea. Well, the bus had hardly started when Big John fell off his seat. He drunk 10 pints of heavy and he wouldn't stop to eat. He cried, "The Kaiser's got me fair, I'm wounded in the rear." But we hadn't the hair to tell him he was sitting in his beer. When the poker school was underway, there nearly was a brawl, for the stakes were raised at tuppence and the weak went to the wall. Big Ian, he fell off his seat to drain a pint of keg. He was so put to find that he had lost his winning leg. The bus arrived in plenty of time with 15 pints to spare, and some went paddling in the sea while others went up in pairs. Young Annie Broon and Jock McPhee went off among the rocks. Whatever it was, she said she'd lost it, wasn't just her socks. But when the hour came up to open in time, the season lost its charms, for the bus it happened to park at the back of the Blacksmith's Arms. We'd done a round inside the pub, a pile of pint of stout, and bags of crisps as usual, and feast without a doubt. There were games of dots and dancing, there were songs and jokes enough, and some of us what stayed the course were feeling pretty rough, until the driver shouted time and Davy shouted no, and fetched him such a clout the laddie's nose began to glow. "Och, I'm old enough to be a dad, I'll have you on the floor." "Oh, could you wish," cried Jamie, "man, he's only 54. He hit Big Davy with a stick and the bagger was underway. And wasn't it that the perfect way to end the perfect day? There were 50 crates of Guinness, aye, and a barrel of heavy beer, a box of mutton varieties that would turn your stomach queer. We hired an Alexander's bus and went upon a spree, for the Barhead Social Club, it had a day beside the sea. 3 nights on a Sunday double time. It's your 3 nights on a Sunday double time. I work all day and I work all night, to hell with you jock, I'm alright. 3 nights on a Sunday double time. You see me in the pub on a Friday night. It's there you'll always find me gay and bright. I'm always doing in the old bay horse, I'm a weekend waiter there of course. 3 nights on a Sunday double time. The wife came to the work the other day. She says we've another wee and on the way. Says I no wonder yous can laugh, I've no been home for a year and a half. 3 nights on a Sunday double time. There's a fella down the road who I avoid. He's one of them they call the unemployed. He says it's all because of me, he can't find a job cause I have 3 nights on a Sunday double time. Knew some folk go to heaven when they die, to buy a Dunlop pillow in the sky, that I'll be ganging to other place for an idle life I couldn't face. 3 nights on a Sunday double time. It's your 3 nights on a Sunday double time. I work all day and I work all night, to hell with you jock, I'm alright. 3 nights on a Sunday double time. Jacob on a night where his beloved beauty was duly laid on wedlock's bed on nodding at his duty. How long, she says, you fumbling wretch, will you be fucking at it? My eldest Wayne might die of age before that you could get it. You puff and groan and grozzle there and mac and anka splatter, as I moan lie and throw you there and fain to hear the better. Then he in wrath put up his wraith, the devil's in the hizzy. I mow you as I mow the lever, night and day I'm busy. I beam the 7 gypsies faith for by your sister Leah. You baron jad, you boot me mad, which may can I do with ya? There's never a mow I've gained the lay, but ye have got a dozen. And damn the one ye get again, although your cunt should gizen. Then Rachel Karma's only lamb, she claps him on the wall is. Oh, she ne fish a woman's clash, in truth your more we brawl is. My dearest truth, and money or more, I'm your ungrateful debtor. But once again, I dinna ken, we'll maybe happen better. Then honest man, well, little walk, he soon forgot his ire. The patriarch, he pushed the sack, and up and tilt like fire. Hey! The unrelenting cruelties of the Duke of Cumberland spared neither age, sex, nor condition, and Scotland for a while realized the prophecy of Peden, which foretold that the time was nigh when your people might ride 50 miles among your hills and valleys, and no find a reeking hoose, nor hear a cawing crow. Oh, I am come to the low country of without a penny in my purse to buy a meal family. At him a 30 years skipping on yon bonny nose and casting wolf in me. Till Charlie Stewart came at last. MacDonald's arm was wanting then for Scotland and for me. Their woeful tale it need I tell. MacDonald and his country fell upon Culloden the day I met O'Reilly, it was 32 below. The sparks were flying off his pick, he was up to his neck in snow. His footsteps shook the basement slab, I saw the sky turn black. And O'Reilly cried, I'm your ganger now, start digging till you crack. For he was bigger than a dumper truck, he'd legs like concrete piles. His face was like a ton of bricks and his teeth were 6-inch files. His eyes they shone like danger lamps, his fists were tough as steel. But a man as wee as that was never a match for Big McNeil. When the tea came round at dinner time, he grabbed a gallon tin. I said, you'd better put that down if you would save your skin. Your baby cried, O'Reilly, to you as I will reveal, that can of tea you've in your own belongs to Big McNeil. Well, he laughed at me and carried on as if I hadn't spoke. Says he to me, a Dublin man can always take a joke. But when he grabbed a shovel off, wee Jimmy gave a squeal. You'd better leave that spoon, it belongs to Big McNeil. Well, everything that ganger touched, we'd tell him to leave alone, or else McNeil would grind him up, make plaster of his bones, until at length he lost his rag and said he'd mak a meal out to ony man in the squad, especially Big McNeil. Well, we said McNeil was ill, but we told him where to go. The lads all doing their tolls and went along to watch the show. As we went up Jamaica Street, we Jimmy danced the reel to see him chapping at the door of our hero Big McNeil. So when he went inside, there was a monster on the bed, with a body as big as a staunch and base and a barrel size ahead. He thumped him, he jumped him, he kicked his head as wheel, and then Mrs. cried, don't hurt my Wayne, or else I'll tell McNeil. For he was bigger than a dumper truck, he'd legs like concrete piles. His face was like a ton of bricks and his teeth were 6-inch files. His eyes they shone like danger lamps, his fists were tough as steel. But a man as wee as that was never a match for Big McNeil. Mary and the Lizzie, they were built right here, but you'll never see the likes of them, I fear. They were the finest on the silvery sea. They were built by the class of men like me, so thank you, Dad, for all your skill. But the Clyde is a river that'll no stand still. You did Guy wheel, but wheel them more. Make ready for your actual Q4. We have an order we'll fulfill, with a touch of the maester and a bit mescal. When the backroom boys are underway, and the pens they'll be rolling till the launching day. There's Big Tom O'Hara with a burning gear, the plumber, the plater, the engineer. Here's young Willy Wally and the welding rod, they're waiting on the backroom nod. We'll burn and cut and shape and bend, we'll rivet and weld and in the end, when the painter dabs the final coat, you're ready for the finest of the ships afloat. So thank you, Dad, for all your skill, but the Clyde is a river that'll no stand still. You did Guy wheel, but wheeled him more. Make ready for your actual Q4. Did you see him as he came down the gorgie? Was the land o'er the north o' the Tay? Yon man is a-comin', and the hale tune is turning out, where sure he'll run back to Glasgow that day. The joiners and hoarders are new marching for Clydebank. Come on you and hear him, he'll be your friend to bide. Turn out, Jock and Jimmy, leave your clans and your muckle countries great. John McLean's coming back to the Clyde. Argyle Street and London Road's the route that we're marching. The lads frae the Brummie Laura here to a man. Hey Neil, where's your hard drums? Your big heel and chuck they get your pipes, mate and march at the head o' the clan. Hello, Pat Malone, sure I kent you'd be here so. The red and the green laddie will wear side by side. The Gobbles is his today, and Glasgow belongs to him new great. John McLean's coming hame to the Clyde. Forward to Glasgow Green, we'll march in good order. Willie grips his banner wheel, that boy is nae blate. Aye dear man, that's Johnny, no, that's him, there's a bonny fechter. Lennon's his fair lad, and socialism's his mate. Tack tent, when he's speaking fair, they'll mind wit, he said it here. In Glasgow the city, and the hale world beside. Och aye lad, the scarlet's bonny, here's to a heel and Shawnee great. John McLean has come hame to the Clyde. I will, when it's finished, I'm awa back to Springburn. Come hame to a tea, John, and we'll soon hae you fed. It's hard work the speaking, I'm sure he'll be tired the next to sleep on the flare mac and gauge on the bed. The hale sitter's quiet new, it kens that he's resting at hame where his Glasgow friends their fame and their pride. The Reds will be warmer lads, and Scotland will march again new great. John McLean has come hame to the Clyde.
But my feelings forever must hide.
Louder! Nick a little kipper on a better little trip. Pick a little skipper in a fitter little ship. Stick a little sticker on a stormy sea. Wick a little thicker in a port near me. My holiday wasn't it nice? Gale force winds clamped down like a vice. To go for a swim you have to break the ice. I went there once, I'll not go twice. Stick a little kipper on a better little trip. Pick a little skipper on a fitter little ship. Stick a little sticker in a stormy sea. Wick a little thicker in a port near me. Hey! I am with the skin turned blue, stiff as rigor mortis, dying of flu. Now you realise where I've been. I've been to the beach in Aberdeen.
They all said it couldn't be done. Thought I was joking, only having fun. But with a surprise, too good to be true. Now I play for Rangers in the shirts of royal blue. I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. Isn't it a scream? The Rangers team. Isn't it a miracle? Isn't it a dream? But I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. When I ran news at Ibrox Park, they all call me Billy, just for a lark. And sure enough, whenever I score, they all sing the sash, the fucking Spanish War. I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. Isn't it a scream? The Rangers team. Isn't it a miracle? Isn't it a dream? That I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. You can't get taste them very often new. That's a wee Fenian boy who's playing in the blue. I'm the only Catholic for the gobble so far to break the green and orange calabar. Oh, I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. Isn't it a scream? The Rangers team. Isn't it a miracle? Isn't it a dream? That I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. The other day we played at home, and I received a telegram direct from Rome. I scored 3 goals on loans, tune and hope. Stood up in Ibrox stand and sang God bless the Pope. I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. Isn't it a scream? The Rangers team. Isn't it a miracle? Isn't it a dream? But I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. I am the only Catholic in the Rangers team. Isn't it a scream? The Rangers team. Isn't it a miracle? Isn't it a dream? That I'm the only Catholic in the Rangers team. Get fucking loudly!
On August the 20th, 1971, officers of the state gave crashes of the bar. A house in Amherst Road, number 359, was ringing and paraded out were comrades of mine, comrades of mine. On January the 19th, 1971, Jake Prescott was arrested by Detective Amershon. If you thought Gestapo Nazis previously grim, you should have witnessed what police did to him. Police did to him. On December the 1st, 1971, the trial of Jake Prescott was over and done. For Jake and others like him, they 15 years of age, yet they said that's too good for us to do intonate, to do intonate.
Organise, demonstrate, participate, to obey the law is only a tactic we wait for. Attack it!
On December the 6th, 1972, the trial of the mutiny was finally through. And Jim Billy and John were sentenced to 10 years. Why does the price of freedom have to be so dear? Have to be so dear? Some of you are locked away and some of you have died. What separates you from the rest is that at least you've tried. Anarchist and socialist and activist and all, we each have our own part to play to make the system fall, to make the system fall. They don't know me, perhaps that's just as well, or I'd be doing 15 years inside a prison cell. Will you simply sit and wait as heaven turns to hell, and ignore as though you come rescue for liberty bell, for liberty bell?
Organize, demonstrate, participate, these new spectators' piety in a vernacular society. High-breaks, spectacles, judges, property. High-breaks, spectacles, judges, property.
John Barker, Henry Creek, Jim Greenfield, Anna Nelson, Andreas Bader, Jutta Meinhof, Holger Mainz, Jan Karras, Astrid Kroll, Petra Schelm, Thomas Weisbecker, Jörg von Rauch. The Angry Brigade is the man that the woman will sit next to you. They have guns in their pockets and anger in their minds.
At home one night, the radio was on. The voice abruptly stopped, the BBC was gone. And in its place a signal where I know not wrong. The volume up, it sounded quite absurd. A language new to me, I understood each word. I'll never be the same, not after what I've heard. I still can't take it, find out my sanity. But deep inside I know a reptile spoke to me before returning to his home on Syrian me. mind if I take another photograph of your face? little longer, let me look at you. Yes, I realize what you've been through. After all is said and done, I guess I still love you, even though you may not want me to. My emotions are laid out 64 squares too soon, and my feelings are played out silently in your room. The room 2 squares, it's check, it's just written my quiz, but it's a game we play, but you must know what I mean. Can I stay a little longer? Let me look at you. Yes, I realize what you've been through. After all is said and done, I guess I still love you, even though you may not want me to. Does your mother suspect what it is I feel for you? Does she realize what I'm putting her poor son through? Will your father find out? If so, what will he do? Do you realize that I wrote this song for you? Do you realize that I wrote this song for you? Gonna stay a little longer, let me look at you. Yes, I realize what you've been through. After all is said and done, I guess I still love you, even though you may not want me to. Do you realize that I wrote this song for you? Looking for a friend. I think it happened in a search for someone, somewhere inside the forbidden zone. After a scream from an unseen victim, I realized I was not alone. I searched the city from end to end. I was only looking for a friend. I was running in a concrete labyrinth, a metal maze in a moonstruck lane where I saw a shadow of a moving form that I pray I never have to see again. I searched this city from end to end. I was only looking for a friend. I really wanted to call for help, but if I did, I'd give myself away. I suppose I must have wondered if I'd live to see the break of day. I searched the city from end to end. I was only looking for a friend.
Your banks and braes of bonny Doon, how can ye bloom so fresh and clear? How can ye chant your little birds, and I so weary through a care? Thou break my heart, thou wobbling bird, that wantons through the flowering thorn. Thou minds me your departed joys, departed never to return. Never to return. Here I roved by bonny Doon to see the rose and woodbine twine, and ilk a bird sang o' its love, and fondly say did I o' mine. Wi' lightsome heart I pulled a rose, full sweet upon its thorny tree, and my false lover stole my rose, but he left the thorn with me. Aye, he left the thorn with me. He left the thorn with me. With me.
I have no Caucasian guilt, and I will not accept the blame for a government that murdered in imperialism's name. That government is there because of blood and tyranny. That government was certainly not authorized by me. I've heard so many left-wing bigots preach naivety. It's unfortunate they overlook some recent history. With a hungry Prague or Cambodia, innocent folk are slain. So let those snivelling socialists all hide their heads in shame. I am not responsible for what your country's done. If you're looking for the perpetrator, I am not the one. Socialism does not work, it's plain enough to see. The human race is not mature enough for liberty. Their brave new world is based upon extremism and hate. Yes, their communist utopias are in a sorry state. The plunder of all Africa by European greed is another fine example of a typical human creed. Racialists are black and white, they preach a hymn of hate. You'll find them on the left and right in every town and state. I am not responsible for what your country's done. If you're looking for the perpetrator, I am not the one. Has proved throughout recorded history, most people can't be trusted with responsibility. It's not for me to criticize the views that people hold, but it's a shame they all believe each fairy story they are told. I never sent 6 million Jews to lonely German graves. It wasn't I who sold or purchased any Negro slaves. India was never ever colonized by me, for when all these crimes occurred I wasn't even born, you see. I am not responsible for what your country's done. If you're looking for the perpetrator, I am not the one. Pay the pedophiles and muggers prove our nation's in a mess. We need a strong new order to control human excess. So join up, form as citizens, militia, lend a hand to restore some law and sanity into our troubled land. Drug dealers and street gangs prove our nation's in a mess. We need a strong new order to control human excess. So join up, form as citizens, militia, lend a hand to restore some law and sanity into our troubled land. I am not responsible for what your country's done. If you're looking for the perpetrator, I am not the one. No, I am not responsible for what your country's done. If you're looking for the perpetrator, I am not the one. Vivono!